ESPNU available in HD. At historic Cameron Indoor Stadium, Duke fans are getting their game faces on. Coach K is back from the Olympics, and the Devils are in the top 5. Are you ready for some basketball? Well, the new season has arrived with more high-flying acrobatics, heart-pounding finishes, and fan frenzy. Surf's up on a new season, so get ready to elevate your game, to soar to new heights, and to feel the rush of adrenaline. It's time to tip off a new year as college hoops flexes its muscle. Tonight's ESPNU College Basketball Opener is the first of over 1,000 men's college basketball telecasts across the ESPN family of networks. And tonight's Duke Presbyterian matchup, the first ever HD basketball game here on ESPNU. And welcome inside Cameron Indoor Stadium along with Bob Wenzel. I'm Beth Moen. Certainly glad you could be with us for this Presbyterian team. Well, just their second season in Division I, so a big moment for their program and for the Duke Blue Devils. Well, Bob, a lot has changed since the last time we saw them in the NCAA tournament.
Yes, we saw them barely getting by Belmont and losing to West Virginia. Some overhaul in the lineup, Beth. Greg Paulus, who's been a starting point guard for this team forever, is going to come off the bench this year, and Nolan Smith, more pressure D, and he is starting. And in the middle, Miles Plumlee. They haven't had a guy in the middle for the last 3 years. His job is to get Duke a little further in the tournament.
Just a rookie in the middle. He'll be alongside last year's ACC Rookie of the Year, Kyle Singler. He's on our star watch along with Alonzo Coleman.
Alonzo Coleman is a very good inside player, but he's not good in the sense that he can play against this level of competition. We'll find out if his moves work. And Singler, of course, put on 15 pounds of muscle. He's going to go to his natural position now.
Now let's take a look at the starting lineups brought to you by Amgen. For Presbyterian, Miller, Johnson, Bostic, Gibbs, and Coleman. And for the Blue Devils, Smith will get the start at the point alongside Shire, Henderson, Singler, and Plumlee down on that front line.
A lot of pressure on Mr. Miller, the point guard for Presbyterian. Duke's going to come after them, full court pressure, try to create turnovers and get their running game in gear.
Blue Devils coming off that 28-6 record a year ago, a second-place finish in the ACC, and a second-round exit from the NCAA tournament. They have 4 starters back. Their only significant loss to Marcus Nelson. And for Presbyterian, 5-25 last year. What a year it was. They were kind of in limbo, moving from D2 to D1. They were 5-0 at home, 0-25 on the road. And they are certainly very excited to be settling into the Big South Conference this season.
Greg Nybert deserves a raise for going through that last year.
The one thing they can hang their hat on is the fact that as Coleman scores inside, Bob, they're familiar with ACC teams. They played 4 of them a year ago. However, none of them were ranked as high as Duke is coming into this.
And they played, they're road warriors too. All those games on the road in those venues, tough situation for them, but they're on their way right here. Nice play by Coleman early, huh?
This is Nolan Smith, the new starter at the point, as they will bring Paulus off the bench. Nolan Smith with the runner, the 6'2 sophomore from Upper Marlboro, Maryland.
Notice he's face guarding Miller in the backcourt, forcing somebody else to bring the ball up the floor. Coleman is the 5-man bringing it up.
Miller hung up in the air.